Today we're going to be talking about ankle sprains, how they happen, what to do about them, and kind of all the information that you probably need to know in regards to them. I think everybody knows what ankle sprains look like. I'll show you real close up here just to make sure everyone's on the same page, and I'll talk about this different stress on the different joints that you're going to find with each type of sprain. Now what we're looking at here is the ankle. This is the outside part of the ankle. An inversion sprain, which is the most common, is going to be when you actually have the foot forward like this and you roll the ankle like this. All the ligaments and tendons and muscles on the outside part of the ankle are going to be the ones that are stressed. The inversion sprain is basically the other direction. It's when you go like this. The areas that are stressed is mostly over here. It's called the deltoid ligament. It's on the inside part of the ankle. And often this one actually results in fractures because it takes a significant amount of force to actually tear some of these tendons on this side. That's why these are most common. Now realize I was talking about tearing there. When there's enough trauma to, and you kind of roll and put your body weight on that area, on that ankle, it's going to tear ligaments, tendons, and muscles. Usually when it swells up and it turns black and blue and you hear that pop, that's going to be a ligament. Not always, but it's important to realize though, if there's enough force to damage a ligament, which is a much firmer and stronger structure than a tendon or a muscle, there's definitely enough force to affect the other soft tissues, the muscle and the tendon, which are the ones that are most commonly ignored. Now rehabbing an ankle, I think what it should consist of is, first off, if there's tears, there's also healing. There's healing in the form of scar tissue. And if you watch all my other videos, you know the scar tissue is a natural occurrence, but a lot of times it just kind of goes overboard. It's almost like piling silly string upon, you know, a crack in the road. It's just beyond what it really needs. It's not very pliable tissue. It's very stiff. It's prone to re-tearing. And I think this is one of the reasons why actually ankle sprains and all other types of sports injuries, even lower back pain, is if you have it once, actually they predict that it happens again because a lot of times the soft tissue is not taken care of. What we need to do is actually first you need to let the tissue heal. You need to re-strengthen it, but also before you re-strengthen, you have to actually remove some of that scar tissue that's sticking to some of the surrounding structures. I had a friend from high school who sprained both of his ankles. He played basketball all 4 years in high school, and now, even so, easily over 10 years later, he's still wearing some of those ankle braces when he's still playing basketball now, non-competitively. So the thing to think about here is that these braces, they're very good at stabilizing the ankle and making it so you feel very, stable and safe when you're actually playing. But the thing is, though, it actually makes it so the muscles and ligaments and tendons don't have to actually do the job. So you're using an external structure to actually reinforce that area that your body should be taking care of on its own. So I think the missing thing here that he did was he didn't have the scar tissue removed when he was rehabbing it. He didn't do balance training or proprioceptive training, and he continues to wear the brace. Obviously it's not at every point during the day, but whenever he really needs it and he pushes it, I think that he should strive to getting rid of those braces, but he should train himself within a controlled environment first, proprioceptively, to make sure that his ankles are working as well as what he wants. So you're probably wondering, all this information is great and all, but you really want to find out how to fix it on your own. The fact of the matter is, I don't recommend anybody fix anything on their own. There are things you can do in combination with a doctor or a therapist, someone treating you, but I really think it's important to realize that WebMD is not going to tell you everything you want to know. YouTube videos are not going to tell everything either, because there's a danger in that obviously that's not your field of expertise, it's ours. We need to do our job and guide you guys in the right direction. So what I'd usually recommend for people who have ankle sprains is, number one, if it's very severe, check out with your doctor and make sure there's not a significant tear. Number two is, if there's a tear, they can be small or large. These tears have to fill up with scar tissue. That scar tissue needs to be addressed, removed, realigned, making it so it's not sticking to all the surrounding structures, almost like paint within a paintbrush. You got to separate some of those fibers, make sure the muscles are functioning properly before you actually go into something like proprioceptive training. And proprioceptive training is going to be more balance-related training. But either way, if you take these approaches, I think you're going to do a great job of rehabbing your ankle. Seeking out people to find active release therapists are really good. Grafton people are very good. Someone who's going to be actually focused on the soft tissue aspect of your injury, I think, are a really good bet. Obviously, ice and heat and all that stuff is good and all, but I really think some of the missing link that people forget about is the soft tissue, getting rid of all the scar tissue in regards to this injury.
Don't forget to check out our ebook at the website below.